Alrighty, welcome back to another trade recap. Today I took one trade. I'm up around $900 across all my live accounts. I took a short on NQ today, and I was done 20 minutes in the market open. I made my $900 and I got off, and that was basically it. So let me just run you kind of through what I was going through coming into market open. So on the 4 hour, we were continuing to respect this 4 hour bearish fair value gap, and we actually had put in both external and internal SMTs coming into market open. So if we take a look over at ES, we had taken this high and this high, putting in a bearish SMT both internally and externally. Okay, so coming into market open, I was leaning bearish bias. We were respecting that 4 hour. We put in two bearish SMTs, and we were also respecting this 1 hour bearish inefficiency. See, I don't want to draw that, but this 1 hour bearish inefficiency is what we were respecting. So what I wanted the draw to be was, one, all this generated liquidity, sell side liquidity, but also data lows. As obviously NQ is the weaker asset, so I want NQ to come down and take all these lows and data lows and then possibly put in a bullish SMT to possibly go higher. But my target was data lows, but I wanted to see price show me that we wanted to go there. So I wasn't, immediately as soon as market opens, short, right? I wasn't like that. I wanted to see market show me. So prior to market open, we actually already had, if we go to the 15-minute, we already had this 15-minute change from the external draw that we were tapping back into and respecting. So that gave me more conviction on ES. Now, let me go back here. Alrighty. Okay. So coming into market open, NQ, obviously, we had these bearish SMTs, and really coming into market open, I wanted to see NQ come up and take this internal high right here. I wanted to have our manipulation at this high and then move lower. But it was really quickly at market open. What happened was price came up prior to market open, took this internal high, these relative equal highs right here. Okay, we took these relative equal highs. We put in another bearish SMT with ES. And at market open, we flushed through and ran through this bearish inefficiency and this change in the state. Now, this was a really quick move for me. So I didn't enter off this. I wanted to kind of see a pullback, but if we didn't get a pullback, I was completely fine with missing the move, because I'd rather miss the move than take, an entry down here and have really fucked up risk, even though my risk was obviously even not the best. But we opened up this first presented bearish fair value gap, so I wanted to see price come back into here and tap into the bearish fair value gap, and I was going to enter short. We did that. I got a pretty scuffed entry, but I entered short on this candle, on the 7:32 a.m. candle, and I had my break-even point, and I set my TP. Hold on, let me go through this real quick. I had my original stop. Fuck, can I get this? There we go. I had my original stop a little above this first presented fair value gap. And why I do this and why I don't have it at this SMT protected high is I want to just cut off a little points, right? I want to cut off a little risk, have a little bit better risk. And this is kind of something that I do. I don't think it's wrong to do, but other people might. I just do it to cut off a little points. I like to just cut off as many points and as much risk as I can, because most likely, not all the time, but 90% of the time, if we already come up and stop me out, most likely we're going to come up to this high and stop what would have been my original TP. So I had my stop a little below the recent high, and I was targeting data lows, like I said. So I wanted to point something out. We had this huge 1 hour wick that to the left of us, and my break-even point was constant encroachment of the wick. This midpoint of the wick. Was constant encroachment of this wick. So when price hit constant encroachment of this wick, the midpoint of this 1 hour wick, that is when I was going to move my stop to break even. So I pointed that out before I took the trade. So I was full in risk here. We kind of chopped for the first little bit. Once we hit constant encroachment right here on this candle, I moved my stop to break even, and not too much later, TP was hit. So that was my trade today. I made around $900. I was done by, 7:50 in the morning. So I was done 20 minutes into market open. Very good trade, A+ setup. And August has not been the greatest of market conditions, but today was actually really efficient. And we actually had some pretty good price action. But having bad price action doesn't mean we trade bad, right? And we lose every single trade. No. It means we wait and we stay patient for A+ opportunities like these, right? And we take advantage of them. So that is the key with months like this, or just really just market conditions, how we've been having them, is taking advantage of the A+ setups and being patient for them, and not taking, in a week 5 C+ setups and winning 2 and losing 2, right? No, we want to wait for the A+ setups and be patient. So that was my trade today. Made around $900 trading the NASDAQ. I hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. It was a little bit of a quick one, but I will catch you guys in the next video.